we're not too far away then from the start. Second game between Witches of Eastvic and South Sea. So I do apologise for the delay in getting this one going, so you can still say service announcement, a penalty tracker. There's a penalty tracker here that would like to penalty track for us in this game. Can you please come into the centre of the track and make yourself known to Al or Master Blaster or any one of the refs? So the skaters are now just on track, just warming up. And it shouldn't be too much longer before we get this one underway. About 3 minutes. A big shout out to all the folks that might be watching at home. I understand we've got a live stream happening here today, so thank you for joining us wherever you might be taking the live stream from. It's certainly good to be back doing roller derby after the better part of the next 2 years away from the sport. Obviously, statewide stampede is one of a few things happening, obviously, this year. For those that are aware of the Derby calendar and what that would otherwise look like on the Queen's birthday long weekend in June, we all head back over to South Australia for the Great Southern Slam. So plenty to look forward to that weekend. That is going to be massive. And a lot of the teams here that you see today will be using tournaments such as this to fine-tune if they're participating in TGSS and getting themselves set for that particular tournament. And for those that are new to Derby, that particular tournament only happens every 2 years. So obviously with the interruptions of COVID, we couldn't do TGSS back in 2020. Tried in 2021, that didn't work either. But from all accounts, TGSS for 2022 is a thing, it is going to happen. It looks like both teams now are done with their warm-ups. They're about 30 seconds away from getting this game. The second game between Witches of Eastvic and South Sea. The referees just slowly making their way to their positions. A big shout out to all the refs and all the NSOs who are giving up their time today so we can go and Derby. There's a 30-second call there from the jam timer, so we are now under their instruction. So that was the means of let's do this. So a bit of a slow start. Looks like Corby down there for South Sea and getting on through, picking up lead jammer, wasting no time. Nice to meet you. The jammer for Eastvic. And so the pack now coming off of turn number 2, coming to turn number 3 rather. Calls that one off. Two very familiar jammers, the Salt and Pepper, the South Sea Cupcake Fairy for Eastvic. As we get this one underway, looking for a gap on the inside for the Salt and Pepper, not an offer. And nicely move through 1 and 2. Salt and Pepper gets lead jammer status. And then calls it off. Not after picking up 3 points. So early going, second jam in. Sees South Sea on 7. And Eastvic yet to open up their account. It is then nice to meet you and shove the 2 jammers on the jammer start line. So get this one underway. Working to the inside part of the main straightaway, found the smallest of gaps getting on through. And it's number 53, Shove, jamming for South Sea. And the pack is coming to a bit of a grinding halt on turn number 2. Another 4 points there to be added to total. Work there from South Sea, from Eastvic rather, until they got called out of play, which means they must yield. Shot getting on through, adding another 4 points. Nice to meet you. Getting on through, but Shove has decided to call this one off. Nice jam there from Shove, adding 16 points to the South Sea total. South Seas now move along to 23, and the Witches of Eastvic. Which is obviously still yet to open up their account. So it is then Corby jamming for South Sea, push up jamming for the Witches. Corby wasting no time getting on through, picking up the lead jammers. Coming on through to number 1. The South Sea defence giving plenty to push up hard to think about. As the pack now makes its way down the back straight away, but not before Corby got on through, picking up 4 more points. Fortunately, a couple of Eastvic skaters making their way to the bench. Leads a power jam there for Corby. Trying to and finding a nice little gap there on the outside part of the main straight. Gets on through, 4 more points being added. So the blocker advantage clearly going to play a South Sea in this particular jam. And solidly Corby gets on through, nice bit of toe-stop work there. And slowly the cavalry arrive again for Eastvic. Now with the full complement of fighters on track. And also their jammer, 351, that's push-up run. Immediately being met by the solid defence that South Sea. When I saw that was going on, another 4 points being added by Corby for South Sea. Corby then being met by 0-9, that's another 9 tails from Eastvic, offering up some good defence. And Corby getting on through, adding yet another 4 points. Nice jam there from Corby, 24 points, not bad. Pushing the South Sea total to 47. And Eastvic stuck on a 0. As you see then, Jamie for Eastvic, that's number 4, Strawberry Short Skate. And it's a salt and pepper jamming forward and picking up lead jammer from South Sea. Nice little pick up of points there from the salt and pepper. It's a battle of the 50s, 53, that's shove on the jammer start line for South Sea. 55, Cupcake Fairy, the jammer for Eastvic. As we get this one going, the blocker advantage going the way of South Sea. Nice little pivot turn into turn number 1 there from shove, lead jammer, South Sea. South Sea defence working Cupcake Fairy over into turn number 1. And whilst all that's going on, Shove just piling on the points. There's another 4 more to be added. That's still finding its way through turn number 1. And the South Sea defence giving Cupcake Fairy absolutely 0 to work with. Plenty of defence from both teams there. Not that that matters to Shove too much, there's another 4 points. Two more stands to navigate, and Shove has done that. So the pack now slowly making its way down to turn number 3. Unfortunately for Shove though, picking up a penalty. It will now be a power jam rather for Eastvic, but not before the clock expires. Nice little 22-point jam there in that previous jam. See South Sea on 73, and the Witches of Eastvic yet to open their account. It is then number 13. Now I submit you the jam for Eastvic. It's going to be a power jam starting then, so good opportunity for Eastvic now to not only get the lead jam, but more importantly for them, get some points on the board. The But that said, the South Sea defence is having none of it. And the pack still yet to exit turn number 1, and that is largely due to the defensive pressure that's been put by South Sea. Getting on through, nice to meet you, picking up lead jammer for Eastvic. And there it is, some points there. The first points for Eastvic, 4 of them. There's a pack now find itself in the midpoint of the main straightaway. Penalty box seeing plenty of action, stables entering and exiting. Sharks back on track for South Sea. Post now. A little bit of jammer action there going on down the main straightaway. Horse fan level more. As the pack now comes into turn number 4. Nice to meet you, just trying to get through, unfortunately picking up a penalty. Defence there working overtime, just making sure that everyone knows what's going on. Nice jam there for Eastvic, 10 points. Sees him on the board. 10 points, Eastvic. Southend on 81. So it is then 1-3, nice to meet you. The jammer for Eastvic. As both jammers ended up in the penalty box on the previous. So opportunity for Nice to get on through. Lead jammer, Eastvic. Of course it is then jamming for South Sea. It's 53, shove. And 2 more points there for Eastvic. Moves them along to 12. Not to be outdone, South Sea also picked up 2 points, moving them along to 83. We're under a team timeout. Just a brief opportunity there for both teams to have a bit of a chat and reset. So then the 2 jammers, we have number 6-9, that's Corporate jamming for South Sea up against Cupcake Ferry. For Eastvic. So we get time back underway. We have a full complement of blockers for both teams on the track, so this is going to make it really interesting for the jam to try and get on through. The cookie leads out. As that now comes through off the turn number 2. And as they have done so far in this game, the South Sea defence so strong, getting cutback there and something to think about. But that said, cutback Ferry gets on through. Packs a little bit of speed coming through the turn 4, but Corby's seen enough and calls it off. So it is at number 5, 1, Salt and Pepper. The South Sea can be taking on number 1, 3, Nice to meet you, Eastvic. As we get this one going, Salt and Pepper on through, lots of the move to the inside line, turn number 1, sees the Salt and Pepper lead jammer. Nice little bit of defensive work from the Salt and Pepper just to take Nice out before picking up some points. So it is number 53 now. Number 53 is not sharp, so I do apologise to that skater. It is Eradicate. Eradicate it is. The number 53 jammer for South Sea, and they'll be taking on 351, that's push up rail for Eastvic. Unfortunately though, penalty being called at South Sea, it is their jam and it's going to be sitting in the penalty box. Now jamming for Eastvic, good opportunity to get on through. Get some points on the board, but the South Sea defence at this particular point in time coming through to have, as they said, about making life very difficult for the Eastvic jammer. So that comes to a bit of a grinding halt for turn number 2. Can stop Eradicate getting on through. So another 4 points in for South Sea. And Eradicate just going for a leisurely Saturday afternoon skate around the track. Picking up some points in the process. And another 4 points then being added. This skate now comes into turn number 3. Position on the track. Now the pack is trying to come off at turn 4. And as this one comes to an end, so 17 points in from the previous jam. And Eastvic have called a timeout. With that 17 points, South Seas break the 100 mark. 106 playing 12 for the Witches of Eastvic. Just a reminder guys, there is some merch on the other side of the track. There's also a raffle, plenty of prizes to be had. Make sure you grab it. That whistle means the end of the team timeout. We are now under the watchful eye of our jam timer. As we get this one underway, it is then 5-1, a salt and pepper jam for South Sea. And strawberry short, the jammer for Eastvic. So back now coming through into turn number 4. That's where all the action is going to be. In the second, both jammers come in. Nice bit of defense there. From South Sea, just taking the Eastvic jam out. Bit pushed the outside where that one's done and dusted. So South Sea just adding to the total, 8 points, pushing them along to 114, which is the Eastvic picking up 4 more points. And they are on at 16. So here's number 5-5 Cupcake Berry jamming for Eastvic. And number 6-9 jamming for South Sea. And wasting no time getting on through, picking up the lead jammer. It is Corby. So we have 53 Rabbit Cake jamming for South Sea. And number 4 Strawberry Short jamming for Eastvic. So at the front of the pack now. Getting through those final 2 blocks. The Rabbit Cake picking up lead jammer. Tough on time of it coming through turns 1 and 2. The start pass then has been successfully completed. Nato Ninetails is now the recognised jammer for Eastvic. And Eradicate is more than aware of what was going on there and pulled that one off. And we're having our first official review. Eastvic. Salt and pepper in this end, lead jam. Salt and pepper then getting on through, picking up 4 more points to add to the South Sea total. South Sea defense. Many a time working the Eastvic jam is over. Giving them little or nothing to work with. Nice bit of backward skating there by Salt and Pepper, just getting on through and scoring points. And Paxton just started on turn number 1. Good defense. Exactly what South Sea are bringing right now. Another 4 points in here for Salt and Pepper. This is turning to be some sort of jam. Paxton slowly moving through into turn number 2. As this one then comes to an end. And 24 points for Salt and Pepper to add to the South Sea total. South Sea is 151, which is of Eastvic on 16. With around 5.5 minutes to go in this first half, we'll get this one underway. 1-3, nice to meet you. The jammer for Eastvic and lead jammer. And taking on number 6-9, that's Corby from South Sea. Tumble out of turn number 2. And nice jam there from Nice to meet you, picking up 8 points for Eastvic. Moving now along to 24. 6 points then added to the South Sea total. Taking them to 157. Full complement of blockers it is, then we have on track, it is number 53, Eradicate Jam for South Sea. And picking up lead jammer. Number 55, Cupcake Fairy jamming for which is Eastvic. Packing makes its way down to turn number 3. Unfortunately then for Eradicate, picking up a penalty. There will be a power jam in for Eastvic. And straight off at turn 4, Cupcake Fairy met solidly there by South Sea defense. Manages to find a way through turn number 1. And in the process picking up 4 points. Trying to sort itself out coming to turn number 2. There's plenty going on from both teams. Oh, nice little jump, turn, thingy bob from Eradicate. 4 more points. South Sea. Cupcake Ferry also getting through, picking up 4 points. So that brings that one to an end. And it looks like we're going to go into an official timeout. Nice jam, that one in the previous jam for Cupcake Ferry and Witches of Eastvic. 15 more points added to their total, moves them along to 39. And South Sea is picking up 8, moving them along to 165. With about 2.5 minutes to play out in this first half. Clash between South Sea and Witches of Eastvic. Crazy Jackal, jamming for South Sea. Lee Jammer going the way of Nice Community. He's back now, trying to get a little bit of speed up coming down the lane straight away. Samuel's taking a bit of come down to number 1. Nice to meet you. Picking up 4 more points then for Eastvic. Nice bit of defensive work there by Eastvic until they got called out of play, which means they have to yield. And Crazy Jackal gets on through, picking up 4 points. Eight more points then being added to Eastvic, moves them along to 47, 169 South Sea. Corby, jamming for South Sea, number 4. Strawberry short skate. The jammer for Eastvic. Through turn to 1 and 2, but it is Corby. Bring on through. Bring up lead jammer. Nice move to the inside part of turn 3, get the Corby, picking up the points and calling it. So that usually then brings about half time. And Eastvic on 49, South Sea on 173. We're going to have a short 15-minute break. Now we'll get the second half underway in this round 2 clash for statewide stampede between South Sea and Butchers of Eastvic. a resumption between the Witches of Eastvic and South. So just a reminder about the raffle that's on offer today. An assortment of goodies. I'm being told a fire pit is one of the things you can win. I've got my name all over that. An assortment of amazing prizes. So head on down to the far side of the track there where the merch store is and see for yourself all the awesome prizes that could be won in the raffle. And just to clarify, or the official view rather from that previous half, the first half, the Reds were seeking a cut track call on the white jammer after a star pass, and they were unsuccessful in that, so that means they lose that official review. South Sea. For Eastvic, Corby, number 69, Jamie. And it is nice to meet you. Getting on through, picking up lead jammer. As the back then moves its way through turn number 2. Both teams going to be there, ready for the jammers. And they can start going to work on them defensively. Unfortunately for Knives to meet you, picking up a penalty, leaves the track off a corgi and a power jam. Nice move on the inside part of turn number 4. As the back now comes off of turn 4 down the main straight. Now Nine Tails there trying to offer up some defence on Corby having none of it. Gets on through nicely on the outside of turn number 1, picking up 4 points. Nice to meet you. Released on the penalty box. Now back out on track, but immediately met solidly by the South Seas defence. The communication coming from the South Sea bench. South Sea game knows exactly what's going on. 4 more points that come added. Nice little apex shot there from Corby. Shuts this one down and 4 points as well. So 20 points it is being added to the South Sea tally. 28 points in fact, pushing them over the 200 mark. One is a salt and pepper Jamie for South Sea, 5-5 cupcake berry Jamie for Eastvic. Salt and pepper getting out, picking up lead jammer. on 201 with Witches of Eastvic 52 as we make our way into an official time now. We'll see Team Regional Victoria taking on the Valley Cats. So number 5-3, Eradicate jamming for South Sea up against number 4. Strawberry Short Skate. Eradicate getting it through for the lead channel. Strawberry Short Skate with it all to do in the main straightaway. The South Sea defense. Front wall. A couple of skaters going down now on turn number 1. Doesn't pay, Eradicate too much, gets on through, picks up 4 more points. So then the sun pass has been successfully completed by Eastvic, and that 09 Trails is now the recognised damage for Eastvic. Stick on through for Eastvic, picking up 4 points. Slowly coming through off a 2-2 down the back straightaway. And the South Sea blockers trying everything they can to hold up the mat and 9 tackles. Both James taking a bit of a tough lead. This one comes to an end. Some 24 minutes remaining in this game. South Sea 209, which is a Eastvic on 62. So Eastvic it is then with a 3-2 blocker advantage going into this jam. 69, that is Corky. Jamming for South Sea. And number 55, Cupcake. It is Corky getting on through, picking up lead jammer. And 2 more skaters are making their way to the penalty box. The penalty box is getting very busy. It is about as busy as Flinders Street on a Monday morning, and that is very odd material for me, and I should do something about that. Back to the action on the track. Corgi doing Corgi things. Getting on through, nice little move to the inside. Lane straight away, 4 points picked up in the process. Not to be outdone, Cupcake Ferry also picking up 4 points for Eastvic. I didn't say anything about McDonald's, but if anyone wants to go get me some McDonald's comes in, I'll give you another. But no. Random conversations with one of our referees just getting something sorted out. Go DK Go. I've got a fan in the stands over there with a nice sign. If there was a prizes for nice signs, sir, you would win. I don't have any prizes, sadly. Speaking of the crowd, good sized crowd. So the jammer says, let's do it. So we shall. Number 4, it is Strawberry Short Escape jamming for Eastvic. Up against the Salt and Pepper jamming for South East. And it is the Salt and Pepper getting through, picking up the lead jammer. There's a pack. Haven't made much ground coming down the main straightaway. Salt and Pepper just picking up the points. Successfully completed. So, and it is net 09 tails, the jammer for Eastvic. While I saw that was going on, the Salt and Pepper was just cruising points to add to the South Sea total. That's not phasing the Salt and Pepper. One could be 4 more points. Nice going on. Just carving halfway through the pack. Now, picking up 4 more points for Eastvic. Four more points. Another 4 points to the Salt and Pepper. Gets this one through and done and does it. It's in the books. So 4 more points for Eastvic, moving them along to 75, and just a lazy 28 points from the Salt and Pepper. The South Sea, and then push them along to 249. That's a fair effort from the Salt and Pepper, well done. Cupcake Ferry, Eastvic, Corby, South Sea, we get this one underway. Something of a split pack, there's just two skaters for Corby to get on through. Lead jammer, South Sea. And the blocker advantage clearly going the way of South Sea for the time being. They're slow but surely coming over the walk back on the track then for Eastvic. And that's exactly what Corky does, picks up the points. team timeout being called by Eastvic. Plenty of support in the crowd there for the Witches. As we now find ourselves under an official timeout. So clearly the rest of the officials need to sort something out. Good to see everyone back doing roller derby. I've got to ask the captain an obvious question. Have we missed this over the last 10 years? Thought so. It's good to have everyone back on skates, doing what we love doing. Big shout out to all the refs and NSOs here today, giving up their time so all the skaters can skate and do so safely. Also a big shout out to our paramedics team as well. Number 5-3, Eradicate up against 5-5, Cupcake Fairy, the two gamers out on track. But at the front of the pack, and just that one last blocker to negotiate, Eradicate gets on through, picks up the lead jammer. Both skaters taking a bit of a tumble there into turn number 1. Good thing. Penalty out, so that means we can have a full complement of the great teams on track. One more point setting for Eradicate on that previous pass. Somewhat suspected, packing through turn 1, now to turn 2. So 15 more points then added to South Sea, taking them to 272, which is of Eastvic on 75. Two jams on track we have 6-9 Corky and number 4 Strawberry Short State. Nice move to the outside part of turn number 2. The Eastvic. Met 55, Cupcake Fairy will take on number 51, that's a Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper very quick to get through, pick up lead jammer for South Sea. Two more points to get through the social pepper, gets the job done. Nice defensive play there by number 22 from South Sea. Oh, big hit there from 0-6, and yeah, South Sea just taking Cupcake Fairy to the outside part of turn number 4. All the action is where it is at, and here at turn number 4. But that's not going Salt and Pepper too much. Another 4 points. Defense working. Cupcake Fairy over. Big hit. Sees the Salt Pepper take a bit of a trip to the outside part of turn number 1. And yet again, Salt and Pepper just picking up 20 points to put onto the total for South Sea. Eastvic picking up 4. So it is 1-3, nice to meet you. Up against Corby. Lee Jammer going away of nice to meet you and Eastvic. Forming in behind the back of the pack, nice. Trying to negotiate through the South Sea blockers and does so successfully and picking up 4 points and calling it off. Not to be outdone, Corky also picking up 4 points. And with that taking the South Sea total to 308. Not a bad size engine for all the redheads playing at home. And Witches of Eastvic on 91. And Witches of Eastvic have called a team timeout. And just a reminder, folks, there is also merch, not merch stands. Support the people who support the sport is what I say. So there's not much time left in this game, just a kick over 11.5 minutes, so it's good to see, and Chops made it down safely, he did. I'm not going to let that one. He's gonna knock me out later on, I can tell. Okay, so we've got Eradicate taking on Strawberry Short. The two gamers out on track. Nice little move to the inside part of turn number one. Strawberry Short escape, lead jammer, power jam. Unfortunately, for Eradicate picking up a penalty. So good opportunity here for Short escape and Eastvic to hopefully to get some nice points. But Southsea's defence has got other ideas and smartly called off, keeping the opposing jammer in the penalty box. So 2 more points then added to the Eastvic total. Moving them along to 93, Southsea 308. We find ourselves under an official timeout again. Gives us a bit of a smile and thumbs up. Huge from a resumption here, just making sure that everything's in place. It should be in place. So the jammer drops the hammer and says, let's get it on. So we do just that. 1-3. Nice to meet you, Jamie, for Eastvic. What a power jam start too. Wasting no time getting through the pack. And straight away. Southsea defence has a little bit of limit on track, realising that the opposing jammer had not done the initial pass. Being called it off. 4 points it is then to be added to the Witches of Eastvic. Moving them along to 97. Southsea still on 308. Strawberry Short escape number 4, Eastvic. Corky number 6-9. The Southsea, 2 jammers on track. Nice little bit of toe stop work there from Corky on turn number 1. Lead jammer. Southsea. Short escape with it all to do down in turn number 1. Just been pushed to the inside part of the track there in turn number 1. Southsea defence having none of it. Meanwhile, while that's going on, Corby picking up more points. The Southsea is back now. Enters into turn number 2. Nice step down on the inside part of turn 2 there for Corky. Start pass then has been successfully completed for Eastvic. Nat No Nine Tails. Now the record guys down up for Eastvic. Another 4 points. Losses from both teams, happy just to duel it out into turn 3. Nice jam there from Corby, picking up 24 points. Moving the South Sea total along to 332, and which is on 97. There's just a tick on 6 3/4 minutes remaining in this game. Salt and Pepper 51, nice to meet you. 13. The two cans on track. And it is a Salt and Pepper picking up late jammer. Nice to meet. We've got some work to do coming into turn number 1. Trying to and successfully finding a gap on the inside part of turns 1 and 2. Nice to meet you getting on through. Salt and Pepper setting up and called it off. We're going to have a brief officials time out just to get some things sorted from a scoring point of view. As we get this one underway, 6-9 Corby jamming for South Sea, 5-5 Cupcake Ferry for Eastvic. It's Corby getting through, picking up lead jam for South Sea. Seen this many times today in this game. Absolute powerhouse. Unfortunately, back block. That leaves Cupcake Ferry on the track. Power jam for Cupcake Ferry and the Witches of Eastvic. Good opportunity to pick up some points. And Cupcake Ferry is doing just that. Witches of Eastvic have cracked the tongue. Currently on 105. A little bit of friendly banter going on here between some of the staggers. And Cupcake Ferry just trying to find a gap there on the inside part of turn 4. That one on offer. There's a back now comes through onto the main straightaway. Nice bit of defensive work there from Maple Slam, taking Cupcake Ferry out to the inside part of turn 4. But now the back making their way through to turn 1. Since returned back on track, wasted no time getting points added to the total. And as this one comes to an end, and it looks like now we're going to have another official review. The official review being called by South Sea. once we get some time, we'll go through what that official review was about. Nice to meet you there, jamming for Eastvic. Up against, looks like Crazy Jackal jamming for South Sea. Nice big skating there from Nice to meet you using not only is nice to meet you lead jammer, but it's also a power jammer for Eastvic. Unfortunately for Crazy Jackal, picking up a penalty. So nice bit of work there from Nice to meet you. We'll take it to the outside part of turn 4, sorry, a gap in the middle of the track. We'll get 4 more points and then calling it off. So 8 more points being added to the Eastvic total. Moves them along to 116. South Sea on 3 of 47. We've got about 2 and a bit minutes to play out in this game. We get this game underway. It is again nice to meet you, number 1-3, jamming for Eastvic. And number 5-3, Eradicate, jamming for South Sea. And Eradicate picking up lead jammer. Adding another 8 points to South Sea's total. So just to recap that official review called before, the red team called an official review for a lack of direction of gameplay. On white skater 23, they were successful in that review. So white 23 had to serve a penalty for a lack of direction of gameplay call. As we find ourselves under another timeout. South Sea is currently sitting on 350, which is on Eastvic on 116. Nice to meet you. Well, the only jam on track at the moment. Second call being put out. 51, Assault Blue Pepper, jamming for South Sea. Number 1-3, nice to meet you. Jamming for Eastvic as we get this one underway. A little bit of jammer action going on at the beginning of this one. Not that good work there from Assault and Pepper. Through this up lead jammer. Work nice to the inside part of turn number 1. just cruising on through, picking up more points. Slowly making their way through down the main straight. Both jams come up to turn number 4. Racking up the points. Stop there on the number 2. A bit of dance work there from a salt and pepper going through the inside part of turn 2. And this one is done and dusted. Not before we have indicates the end of this game between the Witches of Eastvic and Southsea. Southsea finishing on 383, the Witches of Eastvic finishing on 127. Both teams also get good time then to stretch your legs, have a look at the merch that's on offer today, buy some raffle tickets, grab a drink, and then strap yourselves in for the next game. Southsea just letting everyone know that they're pretty happy with their effort today, and so they should be. So we're going to take a short break. And coming up next, game number 3 is going to be between Team Regional Victoria and the Valley Cats.